What's up, everybody, and happy Tuesday, December the 15th. This has been a very, very monumental week in our country. We had the first doses of the vaccine disseminated on yesterday, and we are one step closer to the second economic stimulus check to be disseminated in our country.
So there's a multitude of issues that have to be resolved, and this is a prime opportunity to show the American people that we can govern again. And guys like us in the Problem Solvers Caucus with Josh and myself and the 50 members are just true patriots that want to put America first. We can compromise on liability and state and local, and then all the other additional relief that Josh has already articulated and laid out that the American people need today. Now's the time to respond and listen to the American people and get it done. That's what our job is to do. And now the leadership is in a position. We showed the path, finish it off, get it to the finish line. We laid the groundwork for you to get it done.
Stay tuned. I'm going to play that full video clip for you so you can get an understanding of where we are right now in Congress and the momentum that we have on both sides of the aisle to get this passed soon. Hello everyone, my name is Paul Zachary Shelton Jr. and I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Warwick Shore Advisors. We are a wealth and investment management firm located in Orlando, Florida with clients all across the United States. If this is your first time coming to my channel or seeing one of my videos, I ask that you please hit the subscribe button. Please ring the bell so that you can get an update each time I post a new video. And lastly, please like and share this video to help me increase the financial literacy of our globe. So we have some positive things that are going on this week. One with the vaccine. As I mentioned several times before, getting the vaccine and being able to get it mass disseminated out to everyone is a very positive thing. That helps us on the road to economic recovery in this country, which is something that we all need and that we're all looking forward to. But before we can get there and before we actually realize that recovery, we need more stimulus. And that's something that Congress is finally ready to release and get to us. Coming up, hopefully this Friday, they'll vote in a positive manner for this vote to get more economic stimulus to us. So we all know that the fiscal cliff is set to expire on this upcoming Friday, which essentially is saying that the government will no longer have the funding that it needs to continue to operate. In addition to passing a bill to extend the debt ceiling for our government to be able to operate, they're also throwing in an amendment for economic stimulus. Now, this is being supplied on both sides of the aisle. There is actually, in addition to the amendment, the $908 billion stimulus proposal that was brought forth earlier is going to be moved forward into a vote. And although Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said has not yet agreed to it on principle, many people, many Republicans and many Democrats on both sides of the aisle feel that this will happen and that this will happen this upcoming Friday.
I feel like a little bit of a broken record here saying we are working on a relief bill that both sides can compromise on. Congressman Gottheimer, where do we stand right now?
Well, Becky, good news. I know you thought we wouldn't get there, but we're going to introduce legislation today. Again, this is the package we've been talking about, $908 billion combined, COVID relief emergency package to really address the major needs over the next few months and what are obviously clearly the toughest times right now from the pandemics, from what we're facing the pandemic, and obviously to get us into the next administration. It covers the major pillars we've been talking about, everything from unemployment, helping families, to small businesses, to vaccine deployment, which is obviously critically important right now, to food security and assistance, to helping those families on food lines for the first time, and really to get us through the toughest time. It's bipartisan, bicameral in the Senate and the House, and we'll be doing that later today.
Congressman Reed, when you all say you're introducing this legislation, does that mean it will get a vote on the House floor and on the Senate floor?
Well, that's what we'll have to continue to work for. But what we're showing here with this combined bill of $908 billion, most importantly, is that there's Republican and Democrats that can work out the issues of liability protection that is greatly needed in regards to this emergency situation and the issue of state and local aid. And that has been the sticky wicket, if you would, that we had to get to the finish line. Now, obviously, there's going to be some disagreement, I believe, today. You'll see that they're splitting these bills in the Senate. But working with a guy like Josh Gottheimer on the Democratic side and the Problem Solvers Caucus members themselves, who are sincere, good faith members, I think we found a way to bring that together and hopefully talk to our House colleagues. We'll show we can figure out the final issues on liability in state and local and also add that so that we get a whole $908 billion deal put together.
Congressman Gottheimer, it sounds like you all can put together a bill that you can find plenty of Democrats and Republicans to agree with. I'd ask, A, how many of those, and how come your leaders can't seem to do the same?
Well, as you know, in the Problem Solvers Caucus, there's 50 of us, 25 Democrats and 25 Republicans in the House. We've been working with a phenomenal group of bipartisan in the Senate. There's definitely momentum here, and I believe we've been in regular touch with leadership on both sides, and we're really hopeful this will be the package that will be part of the final agreement that we have to vote on this week. You know, it looks like we're going home at the end of this week. People can't wait anymore. We've lost 1 out of every 500 residents in New Jersey to COVID. We're 6,000 new cases a day. 30% of small businesses have already gone out. We've got to help people. And I think the pressure is on, as you've said, Becky, not just in Washington, but everyone's feeling it at home. And we've got to get this done. You look at our state and local governments, they're critically important. They're on the front lines now of getting this vaccine out. Now's not the time to leave them in the lurch. So this has to get done. We really have no choice. And I think our leadership recognizes that.
Congressman Reed, what kind of odds would you give this as something that will be done by the end of this week?
Well, I'll tell you, we have to. You know, we've had over 30 plus Republican members sign on a letter that we worked with them on to say we're not leaving until we get COVID relief done. We have other measures that have to pass, the funding of the government, other issues that have to be resolved. And so this is kind of the final legislative vehicle before we go into the next year, the next Congress. So there's a multitude of issues that have to be resolved. And this is a prime opportunity to show the American people that we can govern again. And guys like us in the Problem Solvers Caucus with Josh and myself and the 50 members are just true patriots that want to put America first. We can compromise on liability and state and local, and then all the other additional relief that Josh has already articulated and laid out that the American people need today. Now's the time to respond and listen to the American people and get it done. That's what our job is to do. And now the leadership is in a position. We showed the path, finish it off, get it to the finish line. We laid the groundwork for you to get it done.
So it is very, very important to stay vigilant, stay watchful, and understand that we may be getting another stimulus check before the end of the year, potentially, if this is passed and signed into the law by the president next week. One other thing that I want to mention to you is give me your opinion, give me your feedback. If we don't get anything done, if we are disappointed again, like Congress has disappointed us so many times before, should Congress be allowed to take a Christmas break, especially a paid Christmas break? They're going to pass something to help provide stimulus to the government to keep running, but the citizens that are really struggling are the ones that need it. Most politicians, not all of them, but most politicians are not hurting for the rent at all, even before they were in public office. Many of them were attorneys or high-profile business people, and they have a lot of money in savings already. So it's not hurting them, the financial situation that our economy is in right now. So in my personal opinion, it's really not the most equitable thing, and it's not really fair for Congress to say, hey, if nothing happens on Friday, we're going to take our Christmas break. We're going to go back to our homes, our constituents, and enjoy a 3-week Christmas, enjoy a long break because we're still going to get paid. That's just not fair. If this is your first time coming to my channel or seeing one of my videos, I ask that you please hit the subscribe button. Please ring the bell so you can get an update each time I post a new video. And lastly, please like and share this video to help me increase the financial literacy of our globe. Thank you so much and have a great day.